Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Eagan Center for this afternoon's South Suburban Conference matchup, featuring our visitors, the Eagles from Apple Valley, and your Eagan Wildcats. Let's meet the starting lineups, beginning with our visitors. In goal, number 29, T.J. Everson. At forward, number 5, Nate Meserich. At forward, number 26, Emmett McIntosh. At center, number 7, Jace Larson. On defense, number 6, Hudson Hatfield. And on defense, number 24, Sam Nelson. The head coach of the Eagles is Dr. Chris Sikich, assisted by Tony Sikich, Mike Lundeen, and Pete Sikich. And now, let's meet the starting lineup for your Eagan Wildcats! In goal, number 29, Graham Edman! On defense, junior captain number 16, Will Mason! Defensive partner, a junior, number 4, Nicholas Crown. At center, a sophomore, number 21, Gavin Goyle. At forward, a junior, number 10, Dylan Woodward. And at forward, a junior, captain number 17, Alex Luckenmeyer. Assistant coaches are Dustin Luce and Nolan Pearson. The head coach of the Wildcats is Mr. Todd Carlson. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to please rise, remove your hats, and join us in the playing of our Star-Spangled Banner. Your officials for this evening, referee Brock Peak, referee
Greetings, friends. inside this Eagan Civic Arena. Eagan Wildcat hockey back on the air. It's been a few weeks since the Wildcats have been at home, but they're finally back and ready to go. And today their opponent is the Apple Valley Eagles. My name is Mike Cook, joined once again by Nathan Cron. And Nathan, these Wildcats, they kind of off-ice issues. Made the Cats sit for 2 weeks, but they're back and they are ready to go.
Yeah, COVID-19 didn't do the Cats any favors, having them take a 2-week hiatus right in the middle of the season, but now they're back against the Apple Valley Eagles, and we're going to see what happens.
Cats wearing the grays this time, Apple Valley the brown and yellow. These teams met earlier this season down at the Apple Valley Sports Arena. By far, Eagan's worst game of the season. And when we say by far, we mean by far. Cats lost that one 5-0 to these Apple Valley Eagles, a game where even Coach Carlson said, yep, they were just flat the entire night. So look, and that is Apple Valley's lone win on this season. They come into this hockey game with a 1-9 record. Cats still looking for that first W at 0-7.
Oh, as you look at the schedule, Mike, this is a good opportunity for the Eagan Wildcats to match up against a team that they should be able to play against. The last game obviously went Apple Valley's way. Apple Valley, converted when Eagan made mistakes, and Eagan simply couldn't do anything offensively. They had less than 15 shots on goal in 3 periods, and that's just not going to get it done against most teams here in the South Suburban.
The shots on goal in that game were 42-11 in favor of Apple Valley. No icing as the puck was tipped on the way through in the neutral zone as Dylan Woodward goes in deep for the Eagan Wildcats. He had a couple of helpers 2 nights ago at Burnsville. That was a game where the Cats lost 9-3 over at the Burnsville Ice Arena. Cats they were down 3-1 after one. Burnsville got an early one in the second. Cats got it to within 6-3, but then Burnsville just pulled away. A speedy Burnsville team pulled away.
Yeah, Burnsville's got some good players, number one. Number two, the Cats were coming off 1 practice and 2 weeks of being off as a team. And, as much as you try your best to try to, simulate that, the heart of the work, the effort, the pace, it's very, very difficult to do.
And Trees led the rush that time in for Apple Valley. He wears number 16. Puck comes back out to neutral, and then it comes back into the Wildcat zone. Back for the Eagan Wildcats, 37, Gus Gley. He's out there defensively tonight with number 5, Eric Pika. Will Mason, Nicholas Cron, the other defensive pairing for the Wildcats. And on the ice right now up front for the Wildcats is 17, Lockenmeyer. And I believe he's out there. Whoop, Apple Valley's got an opportunity in front. And here comes, that's Wedward actually leading the rush that time. Wedward with Lockenmeyer. Here's Lockenmeyer trying to get a try. Wedward! No, does not go in somehow. Everson, what a stop for Apple Valley. Keeps it scoreless early on.
Well, it was a great pass by Lockenmeyer across the crease. Wedward stayed with him the whole time to really complete the 2-on-1. So many times, Mike, we see a player shoot in Lockenmeyer's position. He shoots, and there's a shot on goal, but you don't take advantage of the 2-on-1. That time, Eagan did it perfectly. Full credit to Everson, though, as you said. What a nice save.
You mentioned that trio. We mentioned it was Lockenmeyer along with Gavin Goyle, the third member of that trio that time. Goyle, he had 2 goals, his first 2 career goals in that game Thursday night over at Burnsville. And we'll have an icing on the Apple Valley Eagles, send it back down to the north side here in the Eagan Civic Arena.
Oh, Coach Todd Carlson in our prep work, talked about Gavin Goyle and how, he's not a kid who just wants to be here, is happy just to be here. He's really trying his best and giving a lot of effort and producing a lot of results that are going to be consistent with varsity play. It's not a situation where he's just around to learn and soak it all in. He's actually carrying the play and being a leader out there as a sophomore.
As Edmund kicks that one aside, we asked Coach Carlson about Goyle. First thing he said, plays without fear and plays without hesitation. Not bad for a sophomore. I've been with a couple of big saves, keeps it scoreless. Somehow that puck does not go in and the net is off. Valley nearly gets the first one this afternoon.
I'm not sure if we're going to have. I'm not sure if we're going to have.
Yep, I think we are. Penalty shot.
I think that I wish we had a replay on that, because I think that might be unnecessarily harsh. One of the Eagan defenders with Edmund out of the net stacked his pads, stacked his knee pads, his shin pads, to try to keep that out. I don't think that didn't constitute a penalty. It's covering with your hand in the crease that would constitute a penalty.
That's my understanding.
I think that's obviously, that must be what they're calling.
Well, Nolan Christie looks like he's going to, nope, they changed it now. Now it's going to be Emmett McIntosh out for Apple Valley, number 26. Christie was out there, but he got called back to the bench by Chris Sikich. So first great opportunity here for Apple Valley to take the lead. Edmond makes the save.
Nice save by Edmond. He did a nice job. Christie lost it going in. Looked like he lost his handle going in and didn't get on it what he wanted to, but at the same time, Edmond did a nice job of not going one side to the other, making it Christie commit, and then coming out and smothering the puck.
Yep, got that right pad down. Nice save by Edmond, who we were talking before we came on the air that his numbers don't look spectacular, but if you've watched him play this year, he's played very, very well. When you come into this game, Eagan is averaging 42.4 shots allowed. And Edmond has played all but really 4 periods this year.
Yeah, Graham has seen a ton of rubber. There's no question about that. And we've seen him be excellent in the past. He's going to have to be excellent today again.
So Cron will keep that one in for the Wildcats back at the blue line. Apple Valley tries to control deep in their end. That was 12. Bannekin couldn't quite get it out. Apple Valley will try once again. This time they do. Wheeling through, this is Wiggins for Apple Valley. He scored the other night against North. Apple Valley, another opportunity, tied up nicely back there by the defender. Valley was still able to get off a quality attempt, though. I think that was Cardenas that was back on that for Eagan. Well, Valley, they are swarming. Oh, Fanning on the shot that time with a great opportunity for the Apple Valley Eagles. I think that was Wiggins. And the Cats, fortunately, are able to bring that one out into the Apple Valley zone. Here's Nolan Christie, number 14, one of the captains for this Apple Valley squad. Sends it all the way down. But we have an icing. 3.5 gone by here. They had a scoreless first.
Yeah, real credit to Eagan there. That was quite a scramble down in their end. But you know what? Everybody was hustling to get in front of that puck, Mike, and there were several blocks and tie-ups and things like that. And I think we've managed to. We're getting a word down from getting word from our producer. We think what happened is Anthony Cardenas went to the box during that penalty shot. I think what happened is it was judged by the referee that he knocked the net off its moorings while the puck was sitting there in the crease. And I think that was why they called the penalty.
As it is, we stay scoreless with 4 minutes gone by here in the opening period. Here comes Apple Valley. Ranning leading the way, number 15, looking to get somebody in front. Edmond's got that pipe covered nicely for the Wildcats. Save number 5, I believe, today for Edmond here in the early stages of this hockey game. Valley keeping the pressure up. Good job by the Eagles in the Eagan zone. Going to send it back out, try to get back to the point. Dumped in, shot deflected. That was Martinson with the attempt for Apple Valley, number 18.
Eagan started 2-0 on shots, and Apple Valley's ripped off 5 in a row. Eagan's got to do something here to get a little offensive momentum.
Yeah, way too many chances given up early here by the home team. Good battle behind the net, a little 2-on-2. Valley does come away with it. Tried to center it in front. Nobody there that time wearing the brown. They do control, though, with Martinson near side. Send it down low around the boards. Over far side. This is picked up by Davis. Parker Davis, one of the captains on this squad as well. Cats going to bring it back on near side. Can they bring it out? And here they come down the near side boards. This is Pika. He's taken out of the play, and a nice check that time by Jace Larson for Apple Valley. But Pika stays with it into the Apple Valley zone. Barbado in for Eagan, number 22. Barbado up at the forward position now. Todd Carlson making a change. Barbado started the year back on D. But you were saying he played forward all the way coming up through the EHA program. And very comfortable playing up front.
Yeah, for most of his career he was a forward. Moved to defense here as a Bantam.
Here's Cron going in deep. You lose one man down around. Looking to stuff it home. Everson right there for Apple Valley. All the way out. All the way back down. Will not be an ice, the officials say. And Apple Valley's going to change, I believe, 4. Cats are going to change. Looks like just 1 on the far side. Puck kept in that time nicely by Hood for Apple Valley. Yeah, that goes just wide of the cage for the Wildcats. Check that was Bennekin that kept it in. My apologies. 12, not 22. As we're 6 minutes gone by in this one, we stay scoreless here in South Suburban Conference play. tipped ahead as Eagan makes another change up behind the play. A little too far that time for Wiggins, but he's going to hustle, and he is actually going to get control of the puck. Bounced off it briefly by Goyle. Nice play by Goyle that time in the zone for Eagan. From the half wall, Everson kicks that one aside up off the glass.
Will Mason, number 16 for the Wildcats, looking nice and smooth out there, playing physical and being effective in the offensive zone.
Woodward circles. He'll leave it deep for Lockenmeyer. Here's Lockenmeyer. He's got help on that half wall. Lockenmeyer stays with it, gets shoved off the puck far side. And Cats will chase behind the net. Goyle tried to get it out front. Nobody there wearing the gray. And here comes Apple Valley. Wiggins with an opportunity down to the left circle. Long shot. Edmonds squared that one up nicely. Valley kind of made it a bit of a change behind the play. And here come the Wildcats with an opportunity 2-on-1. But Christie gets there first for Apple Valley. Puck back out to neutral. Aggressive play there by the Wildcats. I think that was Bohr?
That's Bohr. Yep, that's Bohr.
Kind of hard to read these numbers somewhat in the blue on the gray, but Cats do stay on side. Opportunity for Eagan. Can they get something to go? And this will be Bohr giving chase. Bohr is out there with Anderson, 27, and number 14, Jack Larson. Kind of that.
Actually, 28. Actually, 28 is taking the place of Larson out there. At 28 is Parker Jensen.
And we were told Jensen and Matt Hansen might kind of rotate in on that line as well throughout the hockey game.
Yeah, Coach Carlson looking for the right combination then on that third line. And sometimes, sometimes you're going to mix and match. One thing Parker Jensen does bring is he brings a big body. He's a big kid, and he likes to go forward, so that's never a bad thing.
He's a junior forward, number 28. Teams battle down in the corner off the faceoff. Apple Valley comes away with it with Larson. Cats aggressive on the forecheck that time. Kept in nicely on that far side, albeit briefly, because here comes Apple Valley the other way. Trying to center it across. Edmonds sticks that one out of the way before Lynch was able to get some wood on that one in front. Cats, can they clear it out? No, kept in nicely by Apple Valley. This is Messerich. And their opportunity for Apple Valley. There you go, Cats with an opportunity. Numbers not in their favor as they change up behind the play. Cron brings it in. He'll go deep. Gets ridden out on the play in the near side corner. Cats in front. No, there was nobody home that time on the pass across the middle. Everson kind of watched that one go by. Cron sends it deep. Cats looking to get somebody in front. Couldn't quite get the good shot off that time. And we stay scoreless here midway through period number 1. Cats with a scramble in front. Nothing happening that time. Puck comes all the way out. Will it be an ice? Official's arm is in the air.
Oh, it was a nice move by Woodward to pull it from his backhand and then spinning to his forehand. Right now I can tell you, having seen the last Apple Valley game the game between these two teams, Eagan playing with much more jump, much more continuity, finding guys looking to make those passes.
Well, that game that you just mentioned, it was 3-0 Apple Valley after 1, and this will be another icing on the Eagles. We mentioned Apple Valley. They have not been scoring very much this year. They had 5 in that Eagan game. In the other 9 games combined, they have 6 goals.
Yeah, not that you want to give anybody the curse here, but the commentator's curse, but the reality of it is that you would expect Apple Valley to return to the mean in terms of their goal scoring. If Eagan can do something and get on the board, they have a chance to take this game.
That was Lockenmeyer with a shot off the draw. Checks his man far side boards. Opportunity for Woodward in front. And that time didn't know where it was. Rebound for the Cats. Couldn't quite get it. It was Goyle that time. I like how he followed his shot there.
Yeah, that first line is absolutely buzzing.
And here comes Apple Valley. Oh, nice deke there. Get it in front. And it's 1-0 Apple Valley. That was pretty. Net is off. Are they going to count it? The officials are talking.
That net was absolutely off. That net was absolutely off before that puck went in.
That was my initial thought with the naked eye. We'll see if we've got any kind of a replay.
And
here we go.
Here we go. Let's see if we can tell. It's not here. It's slid across. That net was off.
That's off. Yep.
That net was off. Oh. I mean, look, the referees are doing the best they can. No question about that. I'm sure they think it was a good goal,
yep.
but the replay is pretty clear. If this, too bad we can't call Toronto.
Absolutely. So time of that goal, Apple Valley gets on the board at 9:15, I believe the time was. Cats almost get the equalizer right away. So Valley takes that early 1-0 lead.
Sam Arndt and number 27, Adam Wiggins. Phenomenal from Arndt and Wiggins at 9:14 of the first.
I think they said it was Benakin with the goal for Apple Valley. Assist to Wiggins and Lind.
And it's difficult here, if I'm honest, it's difficult here to say that it was against the run of play, but it really was against the run of play. I mean, Eagan had dominated the last 2 minutes or so of the hockey game, 2 or 3 minutes of the hockey game, despite being outshot, and yet it's Apple Valley with the lead.
Absolutely.
Full credit to our ETV crew here to be able to pick up that replay. I think we're gonna have a penalty here on Eagan.
Yeah, it's gonna be a rough. 10:20 is going to be the time of the infraction. And looks like number 16 is going to be Will Mason. Is he the one, the guilty party?
And that seems like a table for one for number 16.
Absolutely.
In the penalty box with reservations for 2 minutes.
There was right. Let's see. There was the. What do they call it?
I think they're gonna. I think it's up here on the left side of your screen.
I think it was the initial hit.
Yeah,
that
it must be.
That he made on McIntosh.
Looked like there had been a hit. Somebody went in, so one of the Eagles went in head first into the boards, and I think that's often going to be something that the refs are going to look at very closely.
There's a big hit in the zone, puck all the way down. Apple Valley this year on the power play. I mean, they are. I think it's. I had it down. They are 1 for 31 on the power play this year. That's 3.2%. However, they did score the last time they had a power play. That was their lone goal against North a couple of nights ago. The Cats will send it all the way down. Lockenmeyer gives chase for the Wildcats, number 17. He goes in there hard with Nelson. Sam Nelson, another one of those captains for this Apple Valley team. Lockenmeyer, aggressive play. He's going to draw a penalty. And Valley touches it. We'll get a whistle. Look at Lockenmeyer, good play, and there comes the whistle. They're going to get a hook on Apple Valley.
Well, they're going to get that hook, Mike, and Lockenmeyer really with an absolute gamer effort there, playing 3-on-1 against the Eagles. At the very end of that play, you could have called interference as well. You could have saddled up Apple Valley with 2 penalties there. I know the referees don't want to take over the game, but nonetheless, he was hooked and then he was interfered with.
Hatfield, the guilty party for Apple Valley. So we're going to play 4-on-4 for 101. Then the Cats will have a 1-minute man advantage. Assuming there's no more penalties in that span. Here comes Apple Valley with numbers. And they were going to be just a hair off sides. Messerick, I believe, got it just a hair early. Fortunate for Eagan there.
Yeah, an abundance of youthful exuberance there as Messerick came across the blue line just a bit early. And it worked certainly to Eagan's advantage that time because there were numbers coming.
It was Sam Nelson that led the rush in for Apple Valley, number 24 from his defensive spot. Here come the Cats looking to hit with numbers. Barbados in the middle, down low. Can he get to him? No. And Valley's able to clear it out of the zone. Cats forced to regroup with 35 to go in 4-on-4. Up near side. That was 37 Guy up there for the Wildcats. Got knocked over. In deep for Eagles, Barbado with 5 minutes to go here in this first period. 1-0 Apple Valley here on ETV.
There's a tremendous amount of open ice out there playing 4-on-4. You'd like to see Eagan get the puck and be able to make something happen here.
Davis coming across. Can he get it home? He does. It's 2-0 Valley. Parker Davis, the senior.
Yeah, the rebound comes down and then just comes across, and somebody needed to get on the back door there. I mean, it's just a situation where the Wildcats were, the 2 guys were tied up right in front of Graham Edmond, but they needed somebody else to step in or come down to help, and it just wasn't there.
It's first of the year for Davis. Comes at a 4-on-4. Cats now back at full strength. They got 55 on this power play.
Davis. Assist to number 7, Jace Larson, and number 24, Sam Nelson.
Jace Larson with an assist. Sam Nelson with one as well.
For Larson and Nelson at 12-12 on the first.
And the Wildcats now with an offensive zone face-off. They'll be able to set up their power play unit, a few of which were out there during the 4-on-4 time. But I mean, again, I honestly, the Wildcats are playing solid hockey for the most part, with a few oopses, and I think it's the oopses that are burning them.
Absolutely. It's be Mason far side. Controls near side. Lockenmeyer thinks about it. What's he going to do? Tries to go far side half wall. Wedward. Wedward shadowed by Nelson. Back out to Mason. 26 in the power play for Eagan. Mason from way out. His shot from there against Burnsville was tipped in by Goyle. Maybe trying to get that set up once again. He'll get it back. Here's Mason, one of the captains, along with Lockenmeyer. Cats trying to circle in the Apple Valley zone. They're going to leave it for Lockenmeyer. Valley player falls down, but it's going to be a battle along the boards. Valley clears it out, and that'll kill off that power play for the Wildcats.
Eagles, full strength.
2-0 Apple Valley here with 3:33 to go in the first. Shots right now 12-7 in favor of the Eagles. Can they make it 3? No, just off the mark that time was Bennigan. That would have been his second of the night.
There's an opportunity for the sophomore to learn to not do that one again. Goyle was trying to really jumpstart something, but a pass across right through the middle during the change was almost cashed in on by Apple Valley.
Back out Cats, 2-on-1 potential here. Barbado shoots it straight on. That goes just wide past Everson, and I believe it went up into the netting. So right now we've got goals by Davis and Bennigan, check that, for Apple Valley. Gives the Eagles that 2-0 lead here in the first period. Face-off will be to the right of their goalie, TJ Everson. Played the bulk of the minutes this far for Apple Valley, although Johnson's got some time as well back there. Dominic Johnson, I think he played the other night against North, for example. He's a sophomore. Everson, he's a senior. Cats trying to get something in front. Barbado couldn't get a good shot off from in front. Nice job cleared away that time by Apple Valley. They're going to dump it ahead, try to send it up to Wiggins. He was shadowed. And far side boards stopping, pivoting that time. That was Arndt. There's Cardenas for the Wildcats. Looking to just get it out of the zone. And the Cats finally do. And Apple Valley will be forced to regroup with Hatfield. And he'll get it back as they forecheck that time from Anderson. Was not successful. Cats do dump it on this time as Valley was making a defensive change behind the play. Now they're going to change all 3 forwards as well.
Well, Coach Carlson was talking, Mike, about the need of that senior line to be, or mostly senior line, to be good forecheckers, and they did their job on that shift.
Ranning in deep for Valley, but he is not able to get him. Might have tripped up Cron that time, no call. And we do play on.
Yeah, I think Cron's got a case there, if I'm honest.
And I think you looked at the
ceiling.
Wildcat
hit the ceiling. Oh my goodness. Hit the ceiling. Should be a dead puck. Instead, Apple Valley keeps the puck in their zone.
And this is going to be Nelson tries to control for Valley, does not. He'll get it back there as Apple Valley looks to regroup. Cats trying on the forecheck, poked ahead that time instead by Ranning. He's got his line mate Prees with him, number 16. Prees will give chase. He'll take out a Wildcat down on the far side. Cats going to bounce it off the board, near side back out to neutral. Wedward coming. Wedward shot, tried to go near side, goes just wide. Cats were changing behind the play. Messer's going to lead the rush for Apple Valley. He's got Larson with him. Larson in front. Edmond is there. The Eagles are flying right now.
The Wildcats played this period really, really well for the most part, with a couple of mistakes, and unfortunately those mistakes have turned into goals for the Eagles. Missed opportunity there for Eagan to break it out. But the Eagles, Apple Valley certainly winning the last minute here of play, which is, and a goal here by Apple Valley would really be difficult for the Wildcats.
Absolutely. Valley's going to dump it back in one more time here with about 30 seconds to go in this opening period. Cats do control. Here they come. Up ahead, there's Wedward. He took the feed from Glide. Wedward tries to get around a man. Knocked down that time by Christie for Apple Valley. Ledward and Christie along the near side boards. Cats trying to keep it in. Are they able to do so? They are. Down to 10 to go. Lockemeyer from where? And he got it! Lockemeyer, wrist shot low, glove side. Cats within one.
What a huge goal by Alex Lockemeyer with less than 10 seconds here in the first period. We were talking about just a second ago about how dangerous it would be for Eagan to give up a third goal, but now suddenly Eagan scores with less than 10 seconds remaining. I don't think Everson saw that one all the way in.
He did not.
I don't think he did. There was just so much traffic in front of him. It just goes to show you, if you're Eagan, you've got to keep shooting and keep throwing it on net.
Team leading fourth goal of the year for Lockemeyer.
Scoring for Wildcats, number 17, Lockemeyer. Single assist to number 10, Dylan Wedward.
Wedward with that lone assist. Right there, Lockemeyer's 17-year goal scorer for the Eagan Wildcats. And Wildcats are going to head to their locker room down by just a 2-1 count.
It's hard. You almost can't even say how big that goal is for the Eagan Wildcats. It's an opportunity for them to go into the locker room with something they haven't had a whole lot of this season. And that's hope and belief that they can compete with this team. They did it for most of that period with 30 seconds here, 10 seconds there, where they would switch off or make mistakes. But as I said, they can compete with these guys. They just have to keep doing it.
Yeah, let's take ourselves a break here. We're going to come back momentarily. Second period action. You're watching Wildcat Hockey on ETV.
Wildcats 9.
I may never have met you. We don't go way back. Maybe we wouldn't even be friends if we did. But when you wear a mask, you have my respect. Because your mask doesn't protect you. It protects me. I wear my mask to protect you. Mask up, America.
The thing that drives me every day as a dad is him. And there's this huge responsibility in making sure that he's a good person. It's okay to make mistakes. As long as it's coming from love, it starts to work itself out.
Observe a domesticated human family in their natural habitat, known to their species as the backyard.
Hey, you think I should light it now?
I think it's good.
Yeah.
Oh dear, someone is about to burn a pile of debris that's too tall, which can start a wildfire. Wait, could it be? Blimey, it is.
It's Smokey.
It's Smokey Bear. What a legend.
What's he
Hey,
doing
it's
here?
Smokey. Sorry, it was too high.
How'd you
Right.
not know
Watch as he astutely ensures that there's no wind, and how he removes some of the debris to create a smaller, safer burning pile.
No, you
me to
said,
make it big.
no, you said make it bigger, baby. The bigger, the better.
Take note of our fearless furry friend here, humans.
I appreciate it. Fist bump.
He watching you.
Smokey's done it again.
Bye, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
If a natural disaster shows up at your doorstep, you can't just turn it away. That's why it's important to prepare for emergencies before they show up. Go to ready.gov/plan to find the tools and tips you need. And make a plan today.
Stand is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to load their minds. Dare to explore. Dare to STEM. Learn more at She Can STEM.
Emotes say a lot, but they can't say it all. Think your guildmate is struggling? Try these dialogue options. Go beyond emotes. Check in with your guildmates at seizetheawkward.org.
This is where you rise, this is where you shine, this is where you become the greatest of all time. History in the making. History in the making.
Vote for your life.
You know, a lot of people say when you're going somewhere, you don't want to look back. But I beg to differ. I can't lie and say it was easy. I looked at everything in a different light. I realized it started with me going back and getting my high school diploma.
When I was growing up, my mom was extremely tidy. We were trained to put things back where we got them from. One day, when I walked into my mom's house, I felt like I walked to someone else's house. There was stuff everywhere. And just growing up the way I grew up and to see this transition was very alarming.
When Sean talked to me, it was a wake-up call, and that's when I went to the doctor.
I surrender.
All right, pal.
Hey, Dad, do we have a gun?
What's up?
Do we have a gun?
Why do you ask that, kiddo?
Can I play with it?
No, absolutely not. It's not a toy. You know that. Anyway, I need it to protect you, your sister, and Mom.
But what about the 8 kids who get shot every day by mistake?
Where'd you hear that?
Where do you keep it?
It's hidden.
I bet it's on the top shelf of the closet, under your sweatshirts. Is it loaded? Remember when I found my Christmas gift? You always told me to be curious.
No, that's not what I meant.
And when it's just me and Mom, I could use the gun to protect her.
No, Justin, I promise. I'm always here for you.
But Dad, you're not always here.
Welcome back inside the Eagan Civic Arena as we get set for second period action with the Apple Valley Eagles and your Eagan Wildcats. Apple Valley up 2-1 after 17 minutes of play. I'm Mike Cook, he's Nathan Cron, and Nathan, Apple Valley got those first two, but Eagan gets that one with just under 10 seconds to go, and let's see if that's a momentum shift for the home team.
Well, it has to be a momentum shift for the home team. I mean, the home team right now is being outshot, but they're being outshot 9-12. And, really, if you watch the run of play and you weren't really paying attention to, goals being scored and things like that, you would say that Eagan maybe had the better run of play through most of that first period. They're playing competitive. They're playing with hustle, apart. They're winning loose pucks. They are playing with continuity. They're finding teammates on the ice. And right now, I mean, hey, in the last game against Apple Valley, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they had 12 shots on goal. 12 shots on goal. They've got 9 right now in the first period. If they can keep putting shots on Everson, they have a chance to win this hockey game.
Absolutely. And if they do get that W, it would be win number 1 for the Wildcats this year under new coach Todd Carlson. Of course, Todd, a longtime fixture in the Eagan program with the JVs and coached at the Bantam level in EHA for a while. Right there you look at the Wildcats. There's 28, Parker Jensen. He's kind of been sliding in a little bit tonight on that third line for the Wildcats. Bumping up from the JV play.
Well, and this year it's been so difficult with COVID restrictions. All the teams, all the South Suburban schools, all hockey teams have had to struggle with how do we have a varsity squad and a JV squad? How do we move guys between? And given that Eagan had a shutdown for 2 weeks because of a positive COVID test, it could have shut down the JV too. Instead, it didn't shut down the JV. The JV's been playing for the last 2 weeks.
And they tied Apple Valley 1-1 right before this hockey game. I was told by an Eagan parent that the Wildcats probably outplayed them, but it just didn't show up on the scoreboard that way as the Apple Valley goaltender played a really strong game, this person told me. So we get set second period action. Apple Valley moving right to left the screen. Cats going left to right wearing the grays. Here's Wedward in for the Wildcats. He'll go in with Nelson for Apple Valley. And Apple Valley's actually going to come away with that puck. Briefly picked up at the dot, that time by Apple Valley. They come out of the zone. Here come the Eagles, 2-on-2. Going in deep, that time is McIntosh. And I don't think that puck ever got through to Edmund, but they play on. Long shot that time, just missed for Apple Valley. Another shot that goes way wide. Valley was able to keep it in far side. Picked up that time by Messerich, number 5 behind the net or behind the line for the Apple Valley Eagles. Opportunity, Wildcats coming the other way. Lockenmeyer tries to get around man, lost the puck going in. Good defensive play by Apple Valley. I believe that was Nick Lind doing the duty for the Eagles. Apple Valley coming the other way. They've got numbers down the near side. Wiggins, he'll shoot. And Edmund wisely hangs on to that. Good opportunity for both teams there in a span of about 15 seconds.
Well, I have to think Coach Carlson was talking to these guys in the locker room and was talking to them about just tightening things up. Hey, we're playing well, we're playing hard. We just got to take care of those little mistakes, those little opportunities that Apple Valley's taking advantage of. To clean those up, we're going to have a good chance to win this game.
Apple Valley tries to get something in front off the face-off. Intercepted that time by Davis for Apple Valley, number 8. He got their second goal of the game back in that first period, 12-12 mark to be exact. Down at neutral zone. Cats looking to get something going. They've got Olsen in deep with Cardenas. Out in front. Nothing happening that time. Far side. Gonna keep it down low. Tried to get it in front that time. Look at those Cardenas on the center. And Apple Valley's gonna be able to bring it out of the zone this time. One of their captains is leading the way. This is Christie. From his defensive spot, he's going to go deep, go around, trying to get it in front. And Edmund wisely hangs on. Pika was right there, and it almost went off the defenseman's skate. And it might have, actually, but Edmund able to hang on. 2-1 Eagles here. Early stages, period number 2. Glad you're with us here on ETV and across the World Wide Web, wherever you're watching us for free. On the ETV YouTube channel or the Facebook page. First of 2 games here today inside the Eagan Civic Arena. The girls teams from these schools are going to be going at it at 7 o'clock. Also going to be televised by Eagan TV across all the channels. Here's Lockenmeyer for the Wildcats. Going to go in deep. So after he'll lose the puck, kept in that time Mason from way out.
Well, he had a teammate in front of the net. He just couldn't quite slide it in.
Mason again from way out. Wedward, he'll just dump it behind the net where it's picked up by one of the Wildcats. They're going to go back out to Wedward. Nope, they're going to go back all the way out. Long shot all the way through. Never got there. Wedward, that time Spinneroo couldn't quite knock that one in. Wedward another great opportunity. Shot, rebound, Cats. Couldn't quite get it. That time another opportunity. And another opportunity. That one trickles just wide off Wedward's stick. Cats are buzzing right now. 3 minutes gone by in this period. Lockenmeyer, that goes wide, but Everson wisely hangs on with the big net.
This first line, this Lockenmeyer, Goyle, Wedward line is really, really buzzing.
Hey, just a reminder, you can see nearly every Wildcat home game this season live for free on YouTube. Subscribe to ETV's YouTube channel at youtube.com/Eagan Television. And of course, follow them on Twitter at Eagan TV. And again, everybody watching us on your computer today, hey, we're glad you're with us. It's Saturday afternoon hockey here inside the Eagan Civic Arena. A couple of District 196 schools going at it.
To start the second period, Eagan has outshot Apple Valley 3-2. 3-2, and that's the kind of trend that Coach Carlson's going to need, especially as legs start to get a little bit tired.
Taking the shot that time was 28 for Apple Valley, Lind. Valley trying to circle, trying to get something going. Better job this time of Eagan to have a couple of guys watching the man in front. Apple Valley forced to keep it outside. Lind back at the point, he'll step in, actually he'll get the puck half wall. Shot centered across, couldn't quite connect that time. He was looking for Arndt. Arndt's able to control the puck for the Eagles into the corner.
Wildcats standing around a lot right now, Mike. They've got to get some continuity, they've got to get some movement with this puck.
And this is the long change period. Trying to poke it out that time was Larson for the Wildcats, number 14. Cats unable to make a change, however, as Valley's able to change a couple. Edmond kicks that one aside all the way down. Should be an ice. And indeed it is.
That's a good icing call there. The Wildcats had the long change. They were deep in their own end. They were having trouble getting to the bench. And that whether it was that particular group of skaters or whether it was just the vibe of the moment, everyone was standing around, Mike, and that's the kind of situation where from us up here, we're looking at that going, that's the kind of situation where Eagan gives up goals.
Absolutely. You can look up the Burnsville game a couple of nights ago, I think, as a prime example. There's Edmond with another big save.
And that was deflected on the way in. Nice job by Edmond to get his chest in front of that one.
Hey, I want to give a quick shout out to those of us that are bringing you the ETV, or the action today on ETV. Dalton Gruber is our director. Greg Borman, Joe Tupik, Aaron Thomas are running the cameras. Apple Valley opportunity in front. Edmond with another save, and a little shove in the back there for his efforts that time was Carter Ranning on the receiving end of that. I think that was Mason that gave him a little extra after the whistle there.
It might have been Gly, actually.
Was it Gly? Okay.
So their hair's the same. They're similar build. Hair's the same, and it's hard to pick up the numbers out here.
You got to admit, the Wedward's got the best salad on this team. Oh, what a shot that time, and a block by Edmond. Davis got robbed.
Graham Edmond is absolutely going to stand up for this team. He's standing up for these Wildcats right now. The Wildcats need to do a better job in front of him. But right now, when they make mistakes, he's stopping a lot of shots.
You said coming into this game, Edmonds, the numbers are not pretty when you look at his goals against of 663. Save percentage is 855. But again, we mentioned, in all but 4 periods this year that he's played, 248 shots he's faced in a span of just over, 5 games and 2 periods of another one. Apple Valley looking to regroup. Wedward in on the forecheck. Valley's going to wheel it through all the way down the right side. They're going to go in deep, looking to center it. Nobody home wearing the brown and gold. Off the nice rush that time by Hatfield. A little extra behind the play. A couple of shoves going on. We do play on, boys. We'll be boys. Valley able to keep that one in. Picking up that loose puck this time that's McIntosh, 26. In front. Valley couldn't get one there. Good opportunity for Larson in front. Puck back down in. Mason, too far for Cron, trying to ring around the boards. Does poke out, however. Here's Lockenmeyer at the logo. Trying to get, that's Goyle just going to dump it all the way in. Cats are going to make a 4-player change. They're going to leave out number 4, Cron. And this will be Cardenas. Cardenas left circle. Shot. Puck pops up. Nobody there wearing gray. Cleared out of harm's way by Apple Valley. I believe that was that Kasner that cleared it out? Oh, check that. That was Lind. Here's the opportunity for Cardenas. Puck just pops up, and then nice play there by Lind, though, with a bouncing puck, able to knock that out of the way. Cats try to keep it in far side. Not going to happen, but we'll have a face-off back in the Valley zone because they're going to wave off the icing. Official at the one end had his arm up, and then a late wave off by the official in the Wildcat zone.
And we've got Gus Glide playing forward now, Mike, and Ben Barbado has slid back to the defense position.
Cardenas, he's got Olsen with him. Cardenas shot. Nice save that time by Everson. And a good low shot by Cardenas. He had the goalie moving the other way.
He sure did.
Valley in the midst of a change, unable to connect that. Here are the Cats. Cardenas, he'll dump that one in. I see number 13 on the ice right now. Matt Hansen for the Wildcats as well. They're going to wave icing there as well. Might have been tipped on the way out. 10:19 to go in the second. We're still a 2-1 hockey game in favor of the Apple Valley Eagles. Looking to win their second of the year. Their other win was a 5-0 victory over Eagan back in, what was that, about a month and a half ago. Here come the Eagles. They do stay onside. Backhand Edmund makes the save, stands up tall. Cats, can they poke it out? Not quite. Hansen unable to do it. He's a little extra stick grabbing down there between Hansen and Davis for Apple Valley. They still battle along the boards. Apple Valley, quick shot, that never had it through. That was deflected on the way through by Cron. Cats all the way out. Will we have an ice this time? No, we don't. They waved that one off as well. A lot of changes over there for both teams as that puck went deep into the Apple Valley zone. And here come the Eagles through a screen. And weren't able to connect that time. That was Ranning with the shot. Valley with another opportunity. Watch in front. Edmund stonewalls him once again. Messer, a great opportunity. Edmund, greater save.
Oh, what a period of action and opportunity here. Cron goes for the block. Messerich goes around him. Messerich misfires and fans on it.
Yep.
But then there's a follow-up there by McIntosh, and McIntosh was all over it. And fortunately for the Wildcats, Edmund able to stone him.
So I take back what I said about a great shot. Great opportunity. Just didn't get all of it on that puck. But that's also one where the goalie's suddenly going to flinch, thinking he's got a harder shot coming at him.
Yeah.
And that split second can really make a difference.
Well, that's why off-speed pitches in baseball work, Mike, because you think it's coming fast, and all of a sudden you make an adjustment with your body, and it doesn't come there when you think it will.
And puck out of play into the Apple Valley bench. 8:42 to go here, second period. All the scoring back in period number 1.
Well, the trend is definitely not in Eagan's favor with regard to the shots that we're seeing here. I mean, right now we're looking at 25-14. After a good start to the period, Eagan's giving away a number of shots here. They really need to get some offensive opportunities.
That means Apple Valley has 13, make it 14 this period, and we're just shy of the halfway point. When these teams met down at the Apple Valley Arena, it was 24-4 in the second period, shots in favor of Apple Valley. Yet they only got one goal that period.
I'm not sure the Wildcats are, based on how they played this year, that long change does not help them. And I think that's in part because of, I don't know if it's conditioning or a training thing. It's just second periods have been difficult for the Wildcats.
Cats looking to center to drop it out. Instead, it's going to be picked up by Valley back in the neutral zone. There's Wiggins, 27 for Valley. Stops. Eagles do stay onside, but lose the puck. Barbado, he'll leave it for his teammate up through center. Was it tipped? They were saying it was tipped by Lockenmeyer. Wildcats making a big change on that far side. Hot off the bench that time, coming across for the puck was Anderson, I believe. Or check that was Bly. Apple Valley opportunity from the right dot. Center in front. Wiggins tied up nicely by Mason. Great opportunity there for Apple Valley. But Mason, the man for the Wildcats. Lockenmeyer pushes his way in, and that shot goes high and wide of the cage. Center in front. Everson, I thought he was going to cover that. He did not. Just kicked it to the side. Valley looking for the long outlet. They've got it. Here's Wiggins. Shot back in. Goal!
What a nice stretch pass. I mean, we're not going to see that on the replay, but Wiggins, what a nice play to receive the pass, set it up, and then do something with it. Edmond, you know, he's stopped so many goals or so many pucks that maybe, you know, other goalies don't stop. If you keep shooting, eventually they're going to start to go in. Egan's got to buckle down here. They've got to get this next goal here, Mike.
Wiggins, that's his third of the year, ties him for the team high with McIntosh and Benoikin. We'll see if we can get who the assist was.
Sam Nelson.
It was Sam Nelson that got the assist with the lovely outlet pass. Here come the Cats, 3-on-1, maybe a 4-on-1. Far side, shot from the dot, and Everson is there. Apple Valley coming the other way, 2-on-1 for the Eagles. Shot from that dot, Edmond gets his shoulder up on that one to make the save. Valley's got two guys in front, and there was only one Eagan defender there momentarily. Kept Dan, no, not quite. Here comes Olsen for the Eagan Wildcats. Leighton Olsen, but got a whistle.
And we're going to have a penalty on the Eagles. They're going to call a trip. I could not see, we might have a replay. We'll see if our cracked camera crew was able to capture it, but I couldn't see the penalty, but it was behind the play.
And it's Devin Britt, number 11, that's going to sit.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly where the. Yeah, we didn't see it there. I think we just. It must have happened much earlier in the play.
Second opportunity of the night for Eagan on the power play. Granted, the first one was only about a minute. Nice play by the Apple Valley. I can't tell who that is deep for the Eagles.
I think that's Messerick.
Nice job, though, to take some seconds off the clock. The Apple Valley fans looking for a call. They're not going to get one. Here comes Eagan with numbers. Backhand in front, looking for somebody. Not going to happen. Pika couldn't get there. Mason tries to take his man out. Here's Messerick with an opportunity. Got Mason with him, and he's tripped up. And we've got a penalty this time. Oh. Another penalty shot for Apple Valley. Let's take a look. Here's Mason, the defender. Messerick's coming in. For sure you got a hook.
No, that's not a penalty shot. That's not a penalty shot. That's not. He was not that free and clear. There were two defenders there. That's not. It's definitely a penalty. You're right, Mike. That's definitely a penalty that he takes the penalty to save the goal or save the goal scoring opportunity. It's smart play. That's not a penalty shot. This is going to be really unfortunate here for the Eagan Wildcats. One goal that should not have counted. A penalty shot that was already saved. Now we're going to see if Graham Edmond could do it twice.
This is Messerick. He has yet to score this year for Apple Valley. Apple Valley bench looking for an explanation on the far side.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time, if I'm honest, I'm having a hard time understanding what they need an explanation about. I mean, they've been awarded a penalty shot. Isn't that a time to be quiet and just let your guy play? You know, I don't get it, but whatever.
And we got some officials talking as well. Eagan bench. A little stunned over there. Here comes Messerick. Nate Messerick. That's two for Edmond tonight on the stoppage, on the penalty shot.
Well, it's not a bad move. It's not a bad move, and it's a move similar to what Wiggins did on his goal, where he starts on one side, pulls it to his forehand, and goes the other way. But that time, Edmond standing tall. Like to see that. And oh, by the way, the Wildcats are still on a power play for the next almost 90 seconds.
I'm just going to notice that that was shorthanded for Apple Valley.
I mean, it's easy to say now, but that penalty shot might have actually been a little bit helpful to the Wildcats because, you know, losing a power play may not have necessarily been a good thing for them.
So inside 6 to go here, second period. It's 3-1 Apple Valley. Eagles looking for that second one of the year. They would both be against the Wildcats. Aggressive forecheck by Apple Valley. Parker Davis first man to the puck. 52 to go in the Eagan power play.
Egan's got to get control of the puck, and they've got to pass. They've got more players on the ice and more space on the ice. They've got to do more with the puck when they have it.
Lockenmeyer, one of the captains, he sends it in deep. Cron's going to go in deep for the Wildcats. He and Nelson are going to battle. Cron comes away, tries to see, looking for Wedward in front, but Cron was tied up. Shot, and Everson will hang on off the shot from Wedward. 26 to go in the power play for Eagan.
Yeah, it's a good shot, a good pass, a good shot by Wedward, good pass from Cron, good shot by Wedward. Just need another extra body in front of Everson, right? I mean, just need a little more traffic to give you a chance to screen that goalie off.
Cardenas on the draw for the Wildcats. Peak is up there at the left wing here on this power play, all the way down. Valley first man to it. Here comes Eagan. They got 4-on-2 potential for the Wildcats. Bly leaves it and unable to get there, but here comes Valley the other way. Mesrick, backhand, never had a chance. That went wide. Apple Valley at full strength. Although admittedly it might be hard to tell after the last 2 minutes. Apple Valley dominated that on their penalty kill that time. Puck poked out by Cardenas' long shot. That's steered aside by Everson. With just over 4.5 to go in the second.
On the Wildcats here, with a lot of the continuity we saw in the first period, Mike, I don't see that same continuity here in the second period. I'm not sure quite why. There, as you look at the Eagan Wildcat bench and some guys thinking, hey, you know, we have a chance in this game. We've got to get the next one. If they get the next one, they're absolutely in this hockey game.
Absolutely. Long shot. Everson gobbles that one up. There's Barbado with the attempt from way out at the point.
Yeah, Barbado now back again playing defense, and Galai now is taking the draw here.
Now, is that a line change, or is that just because you're coming off the power play where you kind of mixed up your lines a little bit?
Well, I noticed earlier that they had moved Barbado back to defense, and you know, it looks like he's going to continue to play there.
Apple Valley again aggressive on the forecheck. They come away with the puck. 1-on-1 for the Eagan Wildcats. This is Leighton Olson. Lost the puck going into the zone. Was able to get it back. Tries to find a man in front. Number of Apple Valley players there, and puck goes out of harm's way. Eagles 2-on-1. Wiggins across. Wiggins will get it back. Turns. That goes just wide. He was in there with Arndt. Arndt with the puck. Cats poking off the boards and out. Cats are going to change their group up front. Valley's going to try to get it on near side this time. Mesrick will check it. That was Davis. Here's an opportunity. Apple Valley Edmond got the pad out. That was Martinson, I believe, he stopped. Boy, if not for Graham Edmond, this is what, a 6-7-1 game right now?
Yeah, Graham Edmond certainly is going to, you know when you're a team that hasn't won a hockey game yet this season, your goalie's got to be good. He's got to have to do it. He's going to have to help you and help you save a couple that maybe other goalies aren't going to save for you.
Cron in there for Eagan battles 1-on-2 with a couple of Apple Valley players. Now it's a 1-on-1. Christian Cron behind the net. A couple other guys coming in to help out, including Ranning for Apple Valley. Inside 3 minutes to go in the second. 3-1 Eagles. Apple Valley right now has 19 shots this period. Do they have number 20? No, not going to happen right there. Pre's in deep for Apple Valley. Eagles cannot keep it. There's a good aggressive play though by Larson to get over there for the Apple Valley. Down in front, Edmond! Wow. And I just saw Larson for Apple Valley, number 7, had a stick in the air. Like, how did that not go in? Oh, we're going to see right here how it does not go in.
Well, Edmonds just got it trapped under that left block, that left pad.
Shot number 20 for Apple Valley. They get 21 this period.
Eagan not winning races to lose pucks, Mike, and that's going to be a way they give up goals against this Apple Valley team. They can skate from a speed and skill standpoint. They can skate with these guys, but they got to win battles for loose pucks. Here's a loose puck battle that's won.
It's Wedward in deep for the Wildcats. He's going to leave it over there for, I believe that's Lockenmeyer. Trying to get it in front of Goyle. Wedward is over on the other side. Valley's just going to cover it up. You know, and you and I talked to Coach Carlson yesterday, and he said that was one of the things they were concerned about is getting the amount of gas Eagan has in the tank, so to speak. But you said they didn't start practice until, what, 3 days ago?
Wednesday.
Yeah, so 3 days ago.
Yep.
After being out for 2 weeks as the COVID protocols took over.
Well, and I'm sure, Mike, you know, in covering sports, you've seen situations where guys can stay healthy, you know, stay in shape when they're off the ice or off the field. But there's a difference between game speed and game intensity versus just, you know, skating around in your backyard.
Well, and like Coach Carlson said, it's not like we can tell them, hey, go out and go for a jog because, you know, the temperatures were 15, 20 below.
That's right.
You can tack on the wind chill. You know, you're not going to be out there for long. You know, you can Zoom chat all you want, but it's just not the same. That goes just wide. Edmund was in position for that one. Got Apple Valley trying to get something set up in the Wildcat zone. Trying to get Arndt in front, unable to connect. He can turn. Can they go? Lockenmeyer, they do this time. Wedward on his right side. Lockenmeyer. Good defensive play by Valley to poke the puck away. Cats do come away with it. Quick shot, nice save, Everson. Up in front again. There was Lockenmeyer finished this check well behind the play.
I'd like to see Eagan finish their checks. They've got to finish. They've got to be physical. That's one of the ways they can compete with teams is to be physical and finish their checks. That doesn't mean dirty hits or high hits or hits from behind, but being physical means you have to play the body because everybody else is going to do it. If you don't respond in kind, you're going to make a very tall order for yourself.
Gotta be careful how I said that. I said he did it well after the play. I should have said he did it well during the play.
Yes.
While the play went away.
Yes.
It was clean hit, not late. Inside a minute to go here in this second period. Apple Valley's got the lone goal this period. They're looking to get to Maverick. And they're going to call it, and they are. Got his own rebound. Wasn't a high stick. The officials say it was not. That is going to be close. Let's take a look at the replay. And just pops up. Where does he hit it? Oh, that puck. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my God. Another goal.
That's 2 feet over the pole.
That's, oh, absolutely.
Oh, my
absolutely.
goodness.
Another goal that absolutely
goodness.
should not have counted. I mean, fair play. Again, the officials are doing the best they can. They don't have, as Leighton Olsen gets hit from behind, and they're going to call a penalty now on Apple Valley, I think. But that's 2 goals. That's 2 goals very clearly. And again, we have the benefit of slow-mo replays. Yep, Leighton Olsen's going to hit from behind, and somebody's going to have to go into the penalty box. Pretty clear play there. Pretty clear call. And again, the referees are doing their best. They don't have the benefit of instant replays, but oh my heavens, that's 2. That's 2 penalty shots and 2 goals that should not have counted. Mike.
I'll give it now. So interference was the call, by the way, on Hartfield. There's Mesrick, by the way, with that bonus. Trying to catch it assist. Well, I thought they said Wiggins and Davis. Second period is over. Shots on goal that period. 22 for the Apple Valley Eagles. Eagan Wildcats had 10.
Well, and, sadly, that's, if I'm honest, Mike, that's not an outrageous disparity based on how they've played this season, how the Wildcats have played this season. They've had worse. But the reality of it is that if they don't tighten up these mistakes, if they don't take care of these things like allowing guys to split the defense, allowing guys to, hit streaking stretch passes and get in on Graham Edmond, if they don't move their feet and win loose pucks and do the things they're supposed to do, they're not going to be able to compete with these guys.
Well, we're going to take ourselves one more break here between the second and third period. Cats down by 3. Can they rally? We're going to find out just moments away on ETV, your home for Wildcat Sports.
Hey, Jack. Why do I wear a mask? Because when I'm not behind the screen, my mask is my cheat code. When we stop the spread, we level up. What's the next level? Hanging with friends again. You're right, masks have always been a part of our community. I miss you guys too. Being face to face is truly the next level. Here's the cheat code. Stop the spread of corona. Mask up, America.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
I may never have met you. We don't go way back. Maybe we wouldn't even be friends if we did. But when you wear a mask, you have my respect. Because your mask doesn't protect you. It protects me. I wear my mask to protect you. Mask up, America.
I want to give a shout out to Eagan Television. This pandemic has caused a lot of issues for athletic programs within high schools in the state of Minnesota and across the country, as we've had to limit the number of people attending, so family members, relatives, friends, supporters, our students have not been able to attend live events as they have in the past. We are so thankful that Eagan Television immediately stepped up without hesitation to broadcast a multitude of our events at Eagan High School. They have covered all of our home soccer, all of our home football, all of our home volleyball, home cross-country event, all of our girls swim and dive. I mean, it was amazing that they were able to provide such great support for our school and our whole community to have the opportunity to watch these events. Family members, teachers, staff members, community members have all commented to me how fabulous it was to get to watch these teams in action. I personally want to say thank you to Eagan Television for everything that you have done for Eagan High School. Thank you so much.
Hey, chat. Why do I wear a mask? Because when I'm not behind the screen, my mask is my cheat code. And when we stop the spread, we level up. What's the next level? Hanging with friends again. You're right, masks have always been a part of our community. I miss you guys too. Being face to face is truly the next level. Here's the cheat code. Stop the spread of corona. Mask up, America.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
There are 6.
Welcome back inside the Eagan Civic Arena as we get set for third period action. The Eagan Wildcats trailing the Apple Valley Eagles by a score of 4-1. He's Nathan Cron. I'm Mike Cook. We're glad you're with us here on a Saturday afternoon. South Suburban Conference play, District 196 intra-district battle. You see the Eagan Wildcats coming onto the ice, and Nathan, they've got a power play coming up here for 1:27 to start this period, and really they need to connect on that one.
They absolutely do. With 1:27 of a power play to start the third, they're down by 3 goals. It's the situation can't be any more dire with respect to climbing back into this game. If they get an early goal here in the third period, they've got an opportunity, but they've got to do whatever they can to really take advantage of this. That means controlling the puck. You know, the last power play they had before this power play, they spent a lot of time on their own end. They've tried to skate it out. When you've got the power play, there's more open ice. You need to use that open ice and pass around the other team to get into the offensive zone, because clearly Apple Valley is expecting Eagan to carry it and not use that pass. So fine, if they're gonna come up and press, then we got to pass around them.
Yeah, here's Apple Valley around head coach Chris Sickage. Grant Edmond, the Eagan netminder. Again, busy afternoon for that young man. He's got 30 saves, faced 34 shots. A lot of big saves for Edmond as well. Well, we're coming into this period, Cats have been outscored 14-4 in the third period this year. And we kind of touched on it briefly at the end of the second. They're coming back after that 2-week off for the whole COVID thing, and how much gas is left in the tank? We're going to find out. Top line up there for the Wildcats: Wedward, Goyle, Lockenmeyer. Cron back at one defensive spot, and the puck's going to go all the way down to Mason's out there as well for the Wildcats. Edmond will leave it for Mason. Aggressive forecheck by McIntosh of Apple Valley. Wildcats 2-on-2 into the zone. Mason stops. He's got Wedward there at the half wall. He'll keep it himself, however. Mason looking near side. Center in front. Oh, Goyle just missed. Goyle had a couple last time out against Burnsville 2 nights ago. Almost had number 3 right there. It's Cron in deep. Wedward's going to get it. They'll send it back up top. Mason over near side circle. Quick shot, that goes wide. Lockenmeyer with the attempt. 37 to go in the power play, and the Cats are forced to chase it deep into their own zone once again. Apple Valley, 3 of their 4 players changed up that time. A minute gone by in the third. Here on ETV, your home for Wildcat Sports. Boy, he'll leave it for Cron. Cron's got Lockenmeyer behind him. Lockenmeyer, couldn't quite keep it in. Plays you got to make if you're going to score. Very unlike Lockenmeyer there. Valley, will they just send it all the way down? Absolutely they will, and that will kill the power play for the Wildcats. Eagan now, I believe, 0 for 2 on the power play this game. Check that, 0 for 3 on the power play. Puck all the way out to center, where Apple Valley is going to be able to regroup. They'll just send it deep. Try to get it deep into the Wildcat zone off the stick of Davis. Battle there behind the boards. You hear the thud of the players crashing into the boards. Cardenas for the Wildcats, but it's kept taken away that time by Apple Valley. And here come the Eagles. Wiggins tried to get there. Couldn't quite get it. Pika was there for the Cats. Pika gets it back. Pika loses it. Here comes Apple Valley. Martinson, number 18, in for the Eagles. And it's going to be kept. Actually, Apple Valley's going to have to stop that puck. Poor pass attempt, but Anderson couldn't quite get there for the Wildcats. Now he does. Anderson tried to get it ahead over to Gly. Here comes Apple Valley. Eludes a check on the far side. Quick shot, Edmond with the save and a good look. That was Christie for Apple Valley. Got around. I think that was Cardenas he beat on the far side wall. Check that. Jack Larson.
Hanson.
Jack Larson.
Sorry. Yep, you're right. My mistake. Eagan's got to, in their own zone, they've got to do the Hippocratic Oath thing. They have to first do no harm. They've got to make sure that puck gets on their stick and gets out. They can't give up another goal here to stay in this hockey game.
Puck into the corner. We got a Wildcat down. Big check there by one of the Wildcat players. I think it was Goyle finished his check.
I think we're going to have puck out of play.
Face-off will come outside the Wildcat blue line. 14:29 to go. We are ETV, so do we optimistically say in regulation?
Sure, absolutely. Why not?
Far side kept in by Apple Valley. Again, Wedward for the Wildcats. Full head of steam on that forecheck. And Coach Carlson said the Cats might be a little more aggressive on the forecheck this afternoon. Seems like they have been.
Well, they're going to have to be, because they're going to have to do something to create opportunities for themselves. The shot disparity isn't. Oh, nice block there by Boyle. He just swallowed that one up. I was going to say the shot disparity is not as big as it was certainly in the last game, and you know, it's a shot disparity that as a coach you can live with as long as you're getting chances. Right now, Eagan just not getting any chances really on Everson.
Cats tried to hit Lockenmeyer in that long outlet there a few seconds ago, unable to do so. There were 4 Valley players. You see Apple Valley, they just dumped this one in, and I wouldn't be shocked to see a lot of that just came from Apple Valley. Rodman with a big save there. Mason was right there as well, but Edmond forced to make the stop. Hit him in the Big E. Almost 4 minutes gone by in the third.
Apple Valley looking to play fairly conservative, if I'm honest.
Yep. And I don't blame them.
Absolutely. Don't want to do anything that's going to give Eagan a spark.
Glide battles in there for the Wildcats. 1-on-3. Finally got some help from Leighton Olson. And Olson does have the puck. Still has it. Big hit there. Apple Valley able to clear out of the way, but with Christie kept in far side by the Wildcats. And this will be Christie once again for Apple Valley. Well, we've called his name a lot today, leading that puck out of the zone. Valley, nice intercept there by the Wildcats. That was Lockenmeyer. Lockenmeyer's been out there a while. He might want to be thinking about going to the bench for him to get a breather. Instead, he's going to just circle in the neutral zone looking for that long outlet pass. It is all the way down, no icing. It was chipped on the way through. There's Lockenmeyer for Eagan. Just one man coming down with him, that was Goyle. Goyle in there to help out. Lockenmeyer, nice job of battling one on about 2 and then 3. Barbado, long shot in, that was deflected, never got through. Kept in at the blue. Mason from way out, that got knocked down in front. Another shot that time, that was off of Everson. I'm not sure he ever saw it. Cats with some pressure now. And in front, the skates of Goyle couldn't quite put it to the lumber. They'll leave it for Barbado. Barbado shadowed by Apple Valley, and here come the Eagles the other way. They were thinking about a long outlet to Arndt. Instead, it's going to be Wiggins coming down. This is Arndt with it. Tries to toe drag her on one man, loses the puck. And Cats able to punch it back out to center into the Apple Valley zone. Down to 11:24 to go. Cats need one quick. They're down by 3. Nope, no icing that time. Edmond put the glove up briefly like he thought it was going to be an ice. Officials disagreed. Nelson couldn't quite keep that one in for the Apple Valley Eagles. And Valley just dump it in. They're going to send it in deep. This is Britt. Shot on him with another save. That's his 34th of the game. 2-on-1 for Eagan. Try to split the D, and wisely falling on the puck is Everson as he had Glide streaking down on him.
Yeah, there was some real continuity. That sequence, as challenging as it is, that there weren't more shots. That sequence had a lot of continuity, had some good passes. You know, as you look at Cron there, still looking for his first varsity goal. You got to think it's going to come pretty soon if he could just keep getting some shots on the net from the point.
10:54 to go. Pika unable to keep it in at the blue line. Bounce it off the boards where it's going to be picked up by Cardenas. Tried to get a long outlet to Glide that time, and he was just a hair offside.
Well, that's one of those small mistakes, if I'm honest. You know, Mike, that's one of those small errors. You know, it's a hustle error. You're trying to be aggressive, and I get that. But it's those kinds of errors that break up scoring opportunities. You know, it was a hard pass from Cron over to Glide. The puck was coming in. But, you know, he can't be offsides.
Board a draw for the Wildcats, number 8. Branding for Apple Valley. Eagles take the puck into the Wildcat zone. And fanned on that shot. That time was Apple Valley. But they are able to regroup with the puck. Just play a little keep away, get everybody set up, and here come the Eagles. Tried to get Davis on the far side. And Cats able to punch it out. They are too far for Anderson, number 27 for the Wildcats. Off the pass from Bohr.
That was a nice try by Bohr. He couldn't quite get the target he was looking for.
And Bohr trying to play some defense there. Nice job on the check. Long shot, never got through to Edmond. Bit of steam for the Wildcats. Larson's coming down the middle, but nice defensive play by Apple Valley's number 14, Christie. And the Eagles, they got an opportunity. This is McIntosh. Nice defensive play by the Wildcats.
That was Mason on the defense. Nice job, Will.
Boyle, Lockemeyer couldn't control. Eagles punch it back in. Cross eyes up to little. Edward does able to get it. Lockemeyer stays on sides, coming down the left side. Boyle trailing in the middle. We're inside 9.5 to go. 4-1 Apple Valley. Again, Eagles looking for win number 2. Cats looking for win number 1. Tried to get to Mesrick. Stood up nicely that time by Mason in the neutral zone. Barbato turns, rings it around the boards. Wedward couldn't quite control. Kept in that time by Martinson for Apple Valley. Valley sends the man right to the front. He gets knocked down for his efforts. And here come the Eagan Wildcats as we're inside 9 to go. Goyle with the puck. Just behind Wedward, but Lockemeyer's going to be able to pick it up. Lockmeyer, he'll dump it in deeper. He's got a couple of teammates unable to control them, however. Here's Glide. Glide with the puck, tries to get around the man, gets it back. He'll leave it far side. From the dot, cutting to the middle, Wedward. Couldn't quite get it. Nice play by Valley. True that was to reach their stick. Opportunity in front. There we go.
Big goal for Glide. Big goal for Glide, picking up that rebound right in front of Everson. Nice pass by Pika. It was a shot / pass. It's one of those things that you do. Maybe we'll see it here. Pika's on the left side of your screen. Takes the puck here. Left-handed shot. Throws it front. Hits Everson's pads. Squirts around. Glide says, hey, that looks like a pretty good thing. I might want to score that puck. And he does.
And for Glide, I'm looking at the stats, that'll be his 2nd of the year. And for Pika, Pika and Wedward with the assists on that goal. For Pika, that's his team leading 4th of the year, I believe. Check that, 3rd of the year. Another opportunity for Apple Valley, though, and Edmond keeps this a 2-goal game.
Cron was going around behind the net and lost his edge, went down hard into the boards, and fortunately that time Edmond was able to bail him out. Huge block shot by Leighton Olson.
And he's feeling it over there. He's going to crawl back to the bench. He'll crawl through the door. Well, let's hope he's okay after that. Couldn't even stand up on that one. But that's the kind of play that can spark a team.
Absolutely.
Cardenas across. Oh, couldn't quite connect with Lockemeyer. Cats within 2 with 7.5 to go. Opportunity, Eagan in front, tried to get around. Everson pokes it out. There's a scramble. Everson is there on the post. Cats couldn't quite come around the other side on the wraparound. Tried to get it out front, but there's 4 Apple Valley Eagles right there. And I believe did the net come off? It did. Boy, what a pass. It crossed over to Lockemeyer. Just couldn't quite get the shot off.
Well, I like the sequence, Mike. I mean, again, there's a major shot disparity, but Egan's getting opportunities. They're getting opportunities to put this on Everson and make him make saves.
Egan does have 5 shots this period. Apple Valley up to 7. Cats along the half wall. Good one-on-one battle there. They're going to send it in deep. Actually, they're going to send it around far side. Barbato in there. Puck does come out, however, for Valley, and that's Britt. Taken away by the Wildcats. Wedward gets stood up there by Ranning. Oh, he dumped it all the way down. Will it be an ice? Should be, and it is. 6:45 to go. Hey, I want to give a quick shout out to Eagan senior Ankita Kumar was named one of 2 of Minnesota's top youth volunteers of 2021 by the Prudential Spirit of Community Awards. That's America's largest youth recognition program based exclusively on volunteer service. The Eagan Senior started a free online tutoring service after the COVID-19 pandemic, looked at in-person tutoring sessions. now has 17 volunteers and more than 300 students that are being tutored, I guess you say, by those folks. So congratulations to Ankita Kumar of Eagan High School. And a little extra hello. Boys will be boys. That was Cron in there for the Wildcats. I believe that was Mesrick for Apple Valley he was battling with. Quick opportunity, by the way, as we look at the post-action scrum. That's Cron and Mesrich. And Mesrich and Cron are both going to sit for the extracurriculars. I would imagine they'll get coincidental roughing.
Yeah, it's not helpful here for Eagan, if I'm honest, because they're running 4 defensemen and have Cron off for 2 minutes with 6:23 remaining in the third period. That really that stings a bit.
Yep. So we'll play 5-on-5. Nelson in for Apple Valley. Battle along the boards. Cats come away with the puck, and we've got a whistle behind the play because I assume we've got a penalty coming.
Almost has to be.
Yeah, it was Mason and Wiggins behind the play.
I think they're going to put Wiggins and Mason both in the box.
I think so. Well, you don't want to let this get out of hand if you're the officials.
Well, the game's so close. I mean, it's not like, as you see a little bit of tussle there although I think Will Mason might have a argument as to say, hey, why am I getting a penalty here? But matching minors, and so that stings, that hurts Eagan as well, because now we've got 2 of the 4 defensemen on the roster, at least to start the game, are now in the box.
Yep. I was just going to mention that very thing. We'll stay 5-on-5.
So Glai and Barbado will have to slide back to defense to help out Pika.
We're looking to get something going here inside 6 to go in regulation. Walkerberry is going to lead the rush. Shadowed on that far side by Apple Valley. Had a couple of guys on Lockenmeyer. Kept in Anderson, I believe. Oh, that was just missing on the tip that time for the Wildcats. There's Pika in deep, pinching in from his D spot. Tried to get Wedward. Wedward does come away with it. Here's Lockenmeyer. Gets around the man. Nelson watches him. Nelson takes out Lockenmeyer behind the play. Wedward in to help out for the Cats. So Wedward with the puck. Glai gets it. This is going to be Pika near side. Way out. Little knuckleball. And Everson hangs on. And we've got a little extracurricular again. Glai was in there. He didn't quite have the puck covered, but I can see where you're Apple Valley. You got to protect your goaltender.
Well, and now this is really unfortunate. I think they're going to take. Are they taking Goyle? Or are we just signaling?
I think I said Glai. I meant Goyle. Oh, actually, Apple Valley's going to sit. Number 19. Art goes in the box.
I'm trying to figure out exactly what happened here.
Well, we're looking over. Yeah, okay, 19 with that little extra shove after the whistle, but okay, watch 19 come in from the right of your screen. Okay, so he's down. It's back up.
And that might be it right there.
Yeah, that's not a bad one. If you get him on a cross check or a rough, either way.
Yeah, it's not the worst thing you've ever seen, but given 2 things. Number one, given the officials have had some challenges that have not inured to the benefit of the Wildcats tonight, I guess if you're the Wildcats, you're going to take it.
And by the way, speaking of taking it, they are taking their time out at the moment. Let's give us an opportunity to quick talk about the Wildcats schedule coming up. Next 3 games are on the road, starting the 25th at Farmington, 27th at Prior Lake, and then a special Monday night affair makeup game at Rosemount, Monday, March 1st, 8:15 start at the Rosemount Community Center. And then they finish with 3 of their last 4 at home, COVID permitting, of course. Meanwhile, for Apple Valley, for those of you watching us from that area, their next 3 are at home. They have Rosemount and Eastview next Thursday and Saturday. And then March 3rd, they've got Shakopee before they finish 2 of their last 4 on the road. And then before you know it, it'll be around St. Patty's Day, and we'll be into section playoff time. Just a strange year all around, the way everything's gone with COVID calling the shots. And, you know, kudos to the high school league and all the athletic directors and coaches that were able to make something happen this year.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know they're playing fewer games than normal, but, you know, everybody you talk to, they're just happy the guys are out there and the gals are out there in their sports as well.
Well, with a 2-minute power play and five minutes left to go, with a two-goal deficit, Eagan cannot screw around too much in their own end. They've got to get that puck under control into the offensive zone and create opportunities.
Well, there's Lockenmeyer trying to lead the rush. Cleared out nicely by Apple Valley. Quickly shot down. That was Larson for the Eagles. If you're Coach Carlson, I mean, do you think about pulling Edmond?
If
you're down by 2.
Absolutely. Why not? I mean, the way the season has gone, right? The way the season has gone, the way that, you know, the struggles and the challenges that this team has had, you know, whether you lose by 2 goals or 3 goals, it's not going to matter. So give it a try.
There's Lockenmeyer full head of steam. He's got Glide coming down from the left side. Couldn't quite get it across to him. Puck does it come out across the blue? It does. Woodward forced to regroup. Halfway through this power play are the Eagan Wildcats. We've got 4:17 to go in this one. Wedward got Barbado with him. Glide behind him. Lockenmeyer from the dot. Center in front, couldn't get across. I think he thought Glide was going to be charging down from that far side. Cats couldn't keep it in. Barbado is gassed over there.
And meanwhile, you got two of your top defensemen who would be on that blue line on your power play unit are sitting in the box.
And they won't come out until there's a whistle.
Until there's a whistle, that's right.
Valley just knocks it out. Actually out of play that time. 3:42 to go. 21 seconds to go in the man advantage for the Wildcats. And Cron will be back,
Cron, Mason,
and Messerick will be back out.
Yeah, Messerick and all the other. Yeah, it's a party of it's a party of 4.
Cleared them out.
Yep. The vacancy sign can go back up on the penalty box.
I like there on your screen. You can see all the kids on the side there behind the glass. They're getting ready for their game. More Apple Valley youth players.
Actually, I think that's the girls' varsity team, Mike.
Oh, the JV team.
Or the JV. Forgive me. Yeah, you're right. It's the JV team.
That's right. We have a doubleheader here tonight.
Yep, that's right.
That's right. Lockenmeyer shot, and that was steered aside by Everson. Good look for Lockenmeyer.
I love the shot. I don't love the fact that nobody was sitting in front of Everson. We got to get a body in front of Everson. He's a good enough goalie. He's a good enough goalie as you watch the Eagan JVers up there ready to roll.
They're hoping to see that their schoolmates can rally. Right now it's 4-2 Eagles. Edmond is in the net still, by the way, for the Wildcats. Aggressive that time by Messerick to hustle down. Apple Valley now at full strength. We play 5-on-5. Valley's got a man in front, couldn't get it to him, however.
Eagan is stretching.
They need to. Cron is back at the blue line, stayed on side. Tries to get it, couldn't quite do it. Pitching in from the D spot. There's Wedward, he'll get the rebound for the Wildcats. Valley fans looking for a call, they're not gonna get it. Puck all the way down, it's gonna be an ice, they say, and indeed it is.
Lockenmeyer came up high on that hit.
Yeah, they could have. Let's take a look if we've got it
see
here.
if we've got it.
Oh, yeah.
No.
I don't know. He got off his skates.
Yep, we got off one skate, and he didn't go with the elbow, and he didn't make head contact, so
close.
It was close. It was close. Charging maybe a charge.
If they called it, I don't think you could argue it. They didn't call it, I don't think you can argue it. Long shot, that goes wide. Right at the tip of Everson's glove. Bennigan for Apple Valley. Tried to leave it for his teammate. They does. I think Bennigan's going to get it back off the boards at center. He'll just fire it down into the Wildcat zone. Inside 2.5 to go in this one. Cats down by 2. Well, knuckleball goes just wide off the stick of Arndt. And wisely hanging on is Edmond with 2:20 to go. Shots now 42-26 in favor of Apple Valley.
And believe it or not, that deficit is not as big as it was the last time these two teams played.
26 shots on goal is a season high, by the way, for the Wildcats.
And let's be honest here, Mike. The Wildcats, again, they've made mistakes. They've given up goals. They haven't played badly. They've been competitive in this hockey game.
Yep, a couple of breaks that did not go their way.
A couple of goals that counted that shouldn't have. That never helps.
Well, for sure the high stick, but yep. Human error, part of the game.
It is. It is.
Mesterick again. Well, does this kid ever leave the ice other than if he gets a penalty? He's been out there a lot tonight.
Well, that's the kind of leadership you expect out of a senior captain. You know, I mean, I'm gonna be out here and I'm gonna make sure we do our best to try to win this hockey game.
Edmund looks to the bench. Does he go? Cast war offsides. Good call by the official. Mental mistake. Wildcats. Boy, Edmund was about 4 strides outside of the paint. And face-off is going to be outside the zone, just in front of the Apple Valley bench.
Well, our viewers might not remember because it's been so long ago, but remember late in the Farmington game, you know, the Eagan Wildcats pulled the goalie and had all sorts of pressure on the Farmington goalie to try to tie that game up.
Oh, and Everson couldn't actually look. And that might have been wise to actually not glove it, but backhanded out of play anyway. 1:34 to go.
Well, Eagan gets an opportunity to get an offensive zone face-off. Graham Edmonds on the bench. Gotta win this face-off.
Yep, fly in the draw. Cats do control. Mason way out. That one high over the cage. Aggressive rebound on Wedward in front. What do we got? Goal is off. And that took all of 7 seconds. Good shot though by Mason. He got good wood on that.
I like the idea here of pulling the goalie and trying to get one and see what you can do. That Egan's got an opportunity here to get a goal, and they just need to work the puck around, use their numbers. Use their space.
Oh, he can't do that though. That was just a bad pass on that far side. 67 seconds to go. Back into the Apple Valley zone. Cron gives chase, and puck goes up into the Apple Valley bench.
Real mental mistake there by the Eagles, because now the faceoff's going to come in the offensive zone. If that puck had hit the boards and trickled out or something like that, that's one thing. But now we've got an offensive zone faceoff. So that's, you know, again, when you're winning by 2 goals, you don't point out a lot of mental mistakes off the other team. But that's what it was.
All the way down. And we have another ice on Apple Valley. I was just going to note, Egan's got that Lockenmeyer group out there. They've been out here for about the last 45 seconds, maybe a minute.
Yep. Well,
and they're your horses. You got to ride them.
Yep.
But how much gas is left?
That's been you got Mason and Cron out there too. And those guys had a nice 2-minute vacation. Each had 2-minute vacations earlier. So I think you get, like you said, you just got to ride it. This is when you're a varsity hockey player with 56 seconds left at a 2-goal deficit. You just put your best team or your best players out there who have had the best success today, and that's clearly this line.
Mason, nice job of keeping that one in front. Couldn't get the shot off that time. Kept in again. Mason, he'll shoot it. Little riser. That'll went over the cage. Down to 39 to go. Lockenmeyer. Cron is in front, couldn't get it to him. And Barbado keeps it in for the Cats. Down low, Lockenmeyer tried to get it in front, popped up and high. Far side, Wedward will send it around the boards back to Lockenmeyer. Wedward trying to get something going. Quick shot from the top of the circle, never got there. Barbado off the skate. Oh, that goes just wide. And penalty upcoming. And it's going to be on
Apple Valley.
Yep.
I don't know if they'll ever touch.
Nope, I don't think so. Wedward, he's taking out yet another penalty on Apple Valley. They're going to get 2 of them, I think. And we got a Wildcat down just in front of the net.
I think Cron had the snot cross-checked out of him.
Yep.
And then Wedward got hit from behind as well. So I think we're going to get. This is going to be a 6-on-3, man.
For 4.5 seconds.
For 4.5 seconds.
Actually, there are 3 Apple Valley players in the box.
Oh, they're calling it a 2 and 10.
I think on the cross check.
Yep. It's a 2 and 10 on the cross check on Wedward from behind.
So I think that was. I will have to look again. I thought it was Benoinkin with the cross check. Nelson is in there.
Apple Valley apparently struggling with basic math.
Hatfield in there as well.
Not that it's going to matter too much with 4 seconds remaining, but
Nelson with a big hit on the far side boards at the buzzer. Eagan's player wants to have a little word, not going to happen. So the Eagan Wildcats back at home. Unfortunately for the Wildcat faithful, the result is the same.
Oh, the positives coming out of this, Mike, as you've said, sometimes, when you're in seasons like this, it's a struggle to find the positives. The Eagan Wildcats played well today. They played well. They didn't play well enough to win, but they played well today. If they certainly played better today than they played against Burnsville 2 days ago. If they play better next week, or next game, they have an opportunity to win hockey games.
Absolutely. Reminder, those of you watching the ETV channel, girls games coming up tonight, 7 o'clock. The Wildcats and the Apple Valley Eagles. That's going to wrap it up for our entire crew. He's Nathan Cron. I'm Mike Cook. We say thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time for Wildcat Hockey on ETV.